So what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of Vices. I'm Mike. We got Earl, Ben, Tony, and Jake here beside me, the regulars. We're just sitting in Jake's garage, smoking cigars, drinking whatever, shooting the shit, sharing those moments with you. So, I'm going to keep lighting this. Somebody else take it from here for a minute.
Yeah.
We got the Alec Bradley 40.
Alec Bradley Project 40 Maduro. That's the key.
Oh,
Very thick
no.
cigar.
Oh no. Well,
Uh-oh.
that's a bummer.
That's why I never punched
Punch.
that one.
Yeah, I see
You
why.
just took the whole cap off, didn't you?
Bloopers.
Things that happen
Well, that can
during
happen.
a show. Okay, I can't say my cut was much better, but
Wow.
I got the old cheek cutter today.
This is a girthy cigar.
Yeah, so I was like, it's a thick cigar.
It's a little girthy.
I've mutilated mine too, but
Well,
things happen.
yeah, things happen.
There we go.
But you know
Can
what?
I see that later?
Are you gonna try to smoke it still?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Still gonna enjoy it though.
So you gotta get the best out of it you can. You don't have to get so close, Ben, too. You can just, yeah, there you go. Heat it up.
It
a
don't
little
quite
bit.
fit in the gap in my teeth.
Mm-mm. This is a nice stick, though.
All of ours is pulling apart.
I did the V cut. That seemed to work pretty well.
I was kind of regretting not doing the V. I was just going for the
I just used my
guillotine.
thumbnail and peeled a little bit of the end back. That's what I usually do when I cut my cigars. I've never used a cutter.
That works too.
Fingernails long enough, just pinch a little bit of the end off, and enough of it comes off to draw.
Yep. All right, we're getting off to a kind of a slow start here while everybody gets lit up and smoking, but we all are smoking the same thing, the Alec Bradley Project 40 Maduro. So far, I mean, I'm only a few puffs in, but it's a nice stick.
Natural flavor. You know, it's not too strong. It's not.
It's nice.
Earthy.
It's very earthy. Can I see your lighter for a minute? One
It
of them?
is very earthy.
Yeah, that's just.
Mine-
Mine is felt.
I forgot to give myself a refill before coming here, so I was a little on the heat.
And I think we're off to a slow start because we also
We might have to tie
did
that
an
into
episode
the-
of Scores last night, and you know,
Yeah.
we all had a few drinks there, and
Yeah.
even though it's like 1 in the afternoon here, I think we're all playing a little bit
Still
of
in
recovery.
recovery mode.
Yeah, we're still in recovery mode. That's part of the thing with vices, you know. You have a vice.
You have a vice.
And a couple of us took that vice to a whole new level.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch some kind of radio show that's on YouTube now, the last 20 minutes of the show are probably the most interesting.
Earl was emotional.
I can give
I
you
love
one,
my wife so much.
and I give you one word: rye.
Right.
Oh yeah, might as well talk about that since you know this
Yeah.
is Vices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben showed up with a bottle of Redemption Rye. Oh, you have it with you now? Are you a fool?
He is. Oh, he's like, I'm opening it. I'm going for it.
He's got the
will
bottle
not.
of Redemption Rye, and we cracked that open on the show last night. And
I mean,
Earl
this
hit
is how
it
much
hard.
we drank last night.
And mind you, I had a little bit before.
And
but-
I'm gonna say, if you look at the whole bottle, a third of that bottle was Earl last night.
From the label down to where it's at.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was thirsty.
He was thirsty.
Thirsty. Yes.
I enjoy Redemption,
It is.
but
a
it doesn't
very-
enjoy me very
No,
much.
it you know, it kind of.
I don't know
But
if you want to
this is my
your side back.
this is
So if
my
I'm
go-to drink for today.
You're
I'm
back.
blocked.
If you're back and blocked, that's
Yeah.
just the way it's gonna go.
Just say this. I'm saying the whole entire like, just your.
Just your anal.
Just
There we go.
You want him to move his anal.
So anyway,
I'm drinking the Redemption Rye. You know, I'm not.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I think
You're
Earl's,
probably the only
I
one
think
drinking
Earl's
it today.
passing on that today.
Okay.
Hard pass.
Yeah. All right. Good. Cool.
He's drinking the
Let's
half
let's
tea
go.
and half
Lemonade
lemonade.
today. This is a light day for me.
Earl's ignoring the alcohol vice today. Tony's doing coffee again, I assume, because you have to work.
Yeah.
Jake,
My mixture of Jack and Coke.
Jack and Coke. Nothing wrong with that. And I brought a flask today.
Every time I see one of those little bottles, I think of the movie. What is that? Elf. Ooh, syrup. You like syrup too?
Oh yeah. Ooh, syrup. He downs it.
Obviously, you can't see what I'm drinking, but in
Yeah.
honor of the weather that we had yesterday and the fact that the wind knocked down trees all over the place, which made getting here hell, I'm drinking Old Forester.
My God. You want to mute that?
Welcome to Vices.
Welcome to Vices. Anyway, I'm
You trying to
drinking.
tell us something?
I'm
White
drinking
women
Old
at?
Forester.
What exactly is that?
Kentucky Straight Bourbon.
Ooh,
It's the
wow.
100 proof, or the orange label, like I call it.
Yep.
But it just seemed fitting.
Bring in some. How about some old Granddad?
Uh-huh.
You ever had
I've
that?
got a bottle.
Rotgut.
These are nice little sticks. I mean, they're not little, but it's a nice
These
stick.
are the good everyday. Well,
This
yeah.
is a good daily.
These are
Yeah.
the good daily. A good like, hey, I'm gonna go golf. I want a cigar.
This is a great golf cigar.
Oh yeah.
How much? Now, how much is this?
These are about, well, let's see. I haven't bought one in so long because I've
Yeah,
this
because you
is from the
bought
box
so
I-
many at once.
Yeah, this is from the box I bought. Normally these are about $8 a stick, roughly.
So not a bad price.
No, not a bad price. It's not an expensive cigar, but it's decent. It's a good, like I said, it's a good daily smoke. It's a light. It's not too overpowering. It's got good flavor.
And I mean,
And it's easy.
as big as it is, it's definitely a good sit down and smoke and enjoy it type of cigar. I know sometimes when I'm out fishing or something, I like to take a cigar. I don't know that I would want to take this one.
Yeah.
I would want to take something smaller, something I can smoke quicker, something that if I have to drop it to the ground because I catch a fish, I'm not going to be too heartbroken about it.
Did you try the nuance this morning?
I did. I tried that with coffee.
And how was it?
What did you think?
So we're talking about the nub nuance.
Yeah.
And I agree with Earl. It is a very sweet cigar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not completely turned off by that, but I could not smoke that all the time.
No.
However, it did go good
With your coffee.
with my coffee,
Yeah.
a little Irish cream, and I don't mean alcohol in this case, but just Irish cream flavored creamer.
Mhm.
It just made for, it was like donuts and coffee in a way,
Yeah.
you know? So it was nice. Smoked that while I froze my ass off at the lake,
Yeah,
not catching a damn thing.
that's unfortunate.
So
That shit happens.
it's still early here in Ohio too.
Yeah.
So
It's early season. I mean, it's
not a whole lot of places I can go where I can guarantee a bite this time of year.
Right.
And I definitely tried some place that I knew was going to be a challenge. So
But the only place you're guaranteed to go catch a fish this year is McDonald's.
no, I've got a place in Kent that I can guarantee.
Oh.
I can guarantee almost year round that I'm going to catch a fish at
I
this
don't know.
place in
Arby's
Kent.
has one too.
Oh, well, they got the best, but
But McDonald's,
they're more McDonald's than our.
I can't even say that it's always a guarantee you're going to catch one at McDonald's because sometimes they run out. Especially this time of year with all you know, I can't eat freaking meat people.
Just like the ice cream.
No
machine.
offense.
Sorry. Oh man, that's a very good cigar.
Yeah, it's a very good cigar. I enjoy it.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, okay.
Right there, or actually, me and Mike can probably just throw the other one up here.
There
There you go.
You guys can share.
Just don't.
As you can see,
don't ash into this. Though.
we were well prepared to start filming today. We're moving
Yeah.
chairs, moving ashtrays.
Not very.
That's what happens when we drink the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we drink a lot the night before. By the way, Ben's fault.
My fault.
You brought the shit. We
Well,
drank it.
we drank the rye. We reviewed 3 beers.
3 beers.
Yeah, 3 beers. Yeah.
And then
One of them we were dead on.
you and I drank a couple extra beers on top of that.
So yeah,
Woo.
with the we were.
You're down on that cigar, man.
Damn.
Tony's just, oh yeah.
He's not talking much. He's just smoking.
Yeah.
Snapping into that project for
Enjoying
me.
it. It is a good cigar.
Oh, they're good little cigars.
It is. It's
Alec
nice.
Alec Bradley
A
makes
little
some very
girthy
good.
for me, but it is good.
You know, Alec Bradley has good cigars. I've been trying to venture into different cigar brands and flavors.
Yeah. It's not like a Cuban cigar though.
Don't start that argument.
Yeah. An Americuban.
It's not as good as a Cuban though.
Total slight change of topic for just a moment.
Yeah.
Do you have Britney Spears on your garage door? Is that?
Oh,
what it
that's kids left that behind from before I bought it.
is? Kids left that behind.
Kids.
The previous owner.
I don't think that's Britney Spears. I don't even know what it is it?
It kind of looks like Britney Spears from here. I don't know.
Arsoma? Must be a singing group. There's stickers all over the place in here of like people. I tried see the ones that tried ripping off, and I just
Yeah.
left them. See them right there.
Welcome to being a homeowner.
Yeah. Well, this house used to be a rental, so they had a lot of people come and go.
Yeah.
Kids, college kids.
Fair enough.
My neighbor was saying there was like 2 freaking beefy college kids that lived here, and they would always come outside with their freaking shirts off.
Yeah.
Beefy.
They're ready to fight.
Oh yeah.
So what else we got?
I think we're just trying to survive and just enjoy cigars.
Yeah.
Just trying to make it through the day.
I mean,
All right, goodbye. Good night.
Good night. That's our show. No, kidding.
Thanks for watching Vices.
Yeah.
So what's the reasoning of you picking this Project 40, Earl?
when I first got it, I don't know. I've said it before. I like a Maduro stick. I like the darker wrappers. And when I first got it, I mean, this is when I first got back into cigars. Okay, I was buying a lot of Alec Bradley products. You know, I just started going with the double broadleaf, just a variety of their products. So I was pretty much sticking one brand when I first got back into cigars. And I was like, I want to try to find something a little on the cheaper end to see what's, and this was on their cheaper end of products. So I'm like, okay. That they had at the cigar shop, I should say. And, all right, well, $7, $8. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I had one, I loved it. I'm like, man, this is a good smoke. So I had this one, grabbed another, and like, that I think I've kind of fell into like, oh yeah, this is a good everyday cigar for me. So
for now.
well, I've had a few others now that I like as an everyday too, but I mean, I have probably another 12 or 14 in my humidor at home. But the reason I picked it is just because it's a inexpensive cigar. It's a flavorful, inexpensive cigar. I mean, you get bang for your buck in this cigar.
Yeah.
And that's why I picked it when I first bought these. It's a good bang for your buck. There's a lot of great cigars out there, but sometimes you're spending upwards of $12 to $15 for a really good cigar. But I don't want to spend $12 to $15 a day on one cigar.
No.
Right.
So I wanted to get something a little bit more economical than go, hey, I'm in the mood for a cigar. Well, I have a bunch here. Grab a couple and go,
And the reason the rest of us picked this cigar today is because while Earl was drunk and feeling loving last night,
Yeah.
he handed one to each of us and said, I need to get rid of some of these. And we just said, let's smoke that tomorrow when we record Vices.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Earl.
And he doesn't even remember giving it to us.
No, he
No,
doesn't.
I remember giving it
I
to you.
forgot it until this morning.
I forgot. Here's the thing. I forgot I gave them to you guys. But then Ben said, oh, yeah, by the way, you handed those out. I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember handing them out because that's what I said. I'm like, here, guys, I got to get rid of some of these because I need to make some room. Because, I do have 2 humidors now. So.
You do.
And
You went from 0 cigars to way too many, way too fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
way too fast.
but that's okay.
Those websites will kill you.
But I didn't spend a lot of money on any of that stuff.
I know, and
So-
that's the nice thing about cigar bids.
Yeah.
If you're out there and you want to feel like you want to bid on something,
Here's the way I look at it. I buy stuff that I'm going to have at home or
Right.
around, just have with the guys. Then there's stuff I buy at the cigar lounge, which I will have at the cigar lounge. Because if I'm going to go smoke a cigar at the cigar lounge, I'm going to support the cigar lounge
Right.
and spend my money
That's
there.
right.
Are you passing out on vices too?
You like that little nugget?
If you're new to any of our content, listen, all joking aside, Tony works late hours, long hours, but he's just well known for nodding off.
it wouldn't be surprising. I mean, it's Sunday afternoon. That's usually when I go for my Sunday nap.
Yeah, this is a great nap day.
It is.
I mean,
You
as
go for your
gorgeous as
Sunday
it is
nap
out-
on a Sunday?
Uh-huh.
Good job.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I've worked the last 5 Sundays.
Yeah.
So this is my first Sunday off in like 5 weeks. I'm like, God, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself today. Other than, oh wait, we're filming Vices.
Yeah.
All right.
What
Great.
else?
I'm gonna smoke a cigar. Great.
Maybe
I'm
smoke
probably gonna
a-
edit video tonight. Get this show ready because we're gonna release a week from yesterday. So
Yes.
6-day turnaround. But this will be. Vices is very easy to put together.
Right.
So.
Out of everybody, Ben should be the one that should be caught up on his sleep.
Yeah.
That is true.
There is no, I'm tired.
I'm actually not tired.
Yeah, because you
I'm
have plenty of
actually not
time to
tired.
sleep.
I do.
Ben had a rough day in his other business when he was out on several calls for his business that we promote on
Yes,
stores.
yes. We're not going to promote
How's
that
your
here.
jaw today?
We're not going to promote that
Yeah,
here.
we can't promote that on Facebook.
Well, we're not.
Ben's gonna be calling
This is
us in a month saying, man, it's been busy. I can't come in and do the show. I got TMJ, which is lockjaw.
I hate over here. This is
See,
a
my
really
Should be
good
about the
cigar.
same size cigar, right? I mean,
This is
Yeah.
a really good cigar.
I spent
That's a pencil right there. What the hell?
yeah.
I feel bad for that guy.
I spent
Especially
15
a
years.
dark.
Yeah,
Oh, we're not gonna go there. No.
no. 15 years getting up at 3 in the morning, so sleeping in for me is like 5 a.m.
Ugh. What's
My-
your average, what's your average Monday for you? Like,
Get up about 4:30 in the morning, have coffee, spend a couple hours on my tablet, and start trying to get shit done around the house, whether it's cleaning, laundry, some shit like that. If I gotta leave, go run errands, blah blah blah. Monday to Thursday is pretty much always all the same. Then I try to have breakfast at 11. Watch Price is Right. Noontime, lay down for a few more hours, and
God dang it.
and even when I do sleep, I sleep for 2
Production work
hours.
never ends.
No.
I end up having to get up, take a leak, go sit down, smoke a cigarette, and then I go back to bed. I don't think I sleep for longer. There's not. I can't remember in the last 2 years a night where I actually lay down at like 11 o'clock at night and slept all the way till 4.
damn.
Bro, that's my every night. I have to.
Damn.
I go to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I don't wake up until freaking 4:45 in the morning. Like, I'm lights out.
Average prostate's like this. Mine's probably like this, which is the reason why I got to.
Oh, that is true.
I'm
That is
kind of
true.
like in the same boat with Tony in a lot of ways. I stay up late because I have the worst insomnia in the history of the world.
I'm glad I don't have that.
I wake up about 6 a.m. Not 4:30 like Tony, but I wake up at 6 a.m. I start my day. Generally during the week, I'll go to work around 7, between 7 and 8. Then I'll work till 4 or 5, sometimes 6 o'clock at night. Go home, have dinner, and it takes me forever to wind down. And then nights that Lori's not home, I'll watch TV by myself and kind of just do whatever. But the night she's home, we'll watch her shows, and I'll gladly watch them with her, spend some time with her. And then she's up later because she's used to, working that late night shift. So generally, whether she's home or not, I go to bed around midnight, and I'm back up. Well, I wake up about 3 o'clock to take a piss, so I can set my watch by it. And then I'm awake again, like I said, I'm up at 6. So 3 o'clock a.m. is about my intermission for sleep,
My intermission.
It's my intermission. And have my little dream, and then wake up at 3, up, intermission, go back to bed. So, yeah, kind of an exciting life, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've tried taking melatonin. I've tried taking, like, that NyQuil Z stuff. Oh, doesn't help.
I've actually been put on a sleeping pill now, and I still wake up.
That's insane.
I've been put on Ambien at night, and I still wake up.
Still wake up.
Isn't your stepdaughter the same way? Didn't you say that she can't get any sleep?
Caitlin?
She sleeps like all day. She sleeps constantly. So,
But at night she always stays up, right?
she's up
What'd you
late.
say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a night owl. She has trouble going. She sleeps weird hours.
Yeah.
Like she'll go to school, no problem. Gets home. Time she's home, she's crashed out till about. She gets home about 3 o'clock. She's crashed out till like 7 or 8, and she's back up until midnight, 1, 2 o'clock, and then she's
Right.
back up. So she sleeps some real funky hours.
I don't have issues falling asleep.
Yeah, Ben.
I
You
don't
sleep
know.
anywhere.
I don't need any medicine for me to fall asleep.
You'll literally fall asleep on this concrete pad right here.
I mean,
Then you have fallen
Well, so
asleep
could I.
on
I
the
mean,
show on Zoom.
Falling asleep for me is not the issue.
That
It's
was
staying
funny.
asleep
I
is
was
my
saying,
issue.
Yeah.
Once I wake up, I'm awake.
Yeah, that's how I am
I
too.
can't
Once
go
I'm
back
up,
to
I
sleep.
can't go back to bed. No,
Yeah.
I'm up and that's it.
I feel
That's
like
me too.
phones have ruined that too, because like once you're up, you're like, let me check through, and then you're.
Oh, I
on
do
your
the same
phone,
thing.
and
I'll
you're
grab.
like,
I'll reach for my phone. I'll look at like email or Facebook or just because what I do is I try to do it to go back to sleep to get tired, but
Right.
It
it
doesn't work.
doesn't work. Nothing
No.
works. Nothing works when you go back to sleep. Like I said, I get up this morning. I didn't wake up until Lori got home this morning at 7:30.
Yeah.
Did she ask how your night was?
No, she gave me a kiss and she hopped in bed and she was out within
She
5
was
minutes.
Yeah.
She said
When I
she
worked graveyard, I could come. That was the only time I
she said
could.
she had a long night last night. And she texted me last night, but what I did this morning, unlike normal, I actually stayed in bed till about 9:30. Then I got up about 9:30, made breakfast, and I had some eggs and some hash browns, some sausage gravy, some toast, a cup of coffee, and I was
That's a
good.
good
Nice
Sunday.
hangover meal.
Yeah, that's a good.
But you know the
Sunday
funny thing is, I didn't
Greasy.
feel bad
Anything
this morning.
greasy
Yeah,
is good
that's-
for a
No,
hangover.
I did not feel bad when I woke up. I didn't have a headache. I didn't have that like nausea feeling. I was just like,
Droggy or
no, I just like, I don't feel bad.
I don't
Well,
feel great, but I don't feel.
I don't exactly. I don't feel like perfect, but I mean,
Well,
I'm very like I feel pretty good.
You didn't feel
considering.
At our
spacey or
age-
anything?
at our age, one of two things happens. You either get so drunk that you have the worst day of your life the next day, or you wake up feeling good, but you're just tired the next
Yeah.
day. Like,
That's how I feel. I mean, I feel
you don't
tired
want to do
today.
anything. You want to nap.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't feel bad. I just feel like just slower today, but that's okay. I've worked my butt off the last month and a half, so
Yeah, you're allowed to.
I was like I could use a relaxing day, and today and sitting here with you guys shooting the shit, having a good cigar
Kinda what we
is,
needed.
is perfect relaxing. So it's a great way to have a Sunday. Well, we air on Saturday, but we're filming on a Sunday. So,
Yeah.
that's why we do this.
yeah,
For everyone, for our fans.
yeah, because this show we're gonna be airing the day before.
Shut
Eat-
the. Shut
We're
up,
gonna be
Ben.
we're gonna be airing the day before Easter, so happy Easter tomorrow.
Oh yeah, happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, which we'll at the time we're filming this is a week off.
Take
but
those kids on the egg hunt. You
Mhm.
know.
Make sure they get all the quarters and.
I'm at that age. My kids are at the age now. It doesn't matter, you know. Except my daughter still wants a damn Easter basket. Like,
Hell
all
yeah,
right,
you should
no,
get one.
no,
I still
told
get
her-
an Easter
I
basket.
get
You know,
one.
I
My
told her,
mom.
I said, go get a basket, go down to Walmart, buy yourself some candy, and then come home.
Make your own. Wow, that's
You've got a
exciting.
She's 18 years old. I mean, come on.
I mean,
My mom still
yeah,
gives me one.
I still get a basket.
I don't expect it, but she's
I
like,
know, she
here's
still
an
does
Easter
it.
basket.
No, the kids really don't want baskets. They just all they want is some bags of candy, and they're happy.
Right.
If
Yeah.
you go to Sam's Club and grab me a bag of candy, that's all they want. I'll go to Sam's Club, get those like bags of like mixed chocolates or
Yeah.
whatever. They're like $20 or whatever, and you get like 200 pieces of candy in it. And like they're happy with that. That's all they want. Like
My Easter
That's
basket's
easy.
full of alcohol.
Well, I was
Little
gonna
bottles
say,
of
like,
alcohol or something. It's an adult version.
we
of
still
one.
we still do it for my oldest daughter, but
Yeah.
like it's turned into her basket is full of books
yeah,
because she loves to read, or like she's really into tea, so we'll buy her tea. It's like, and maybe a little bit of candy, so it's getting more towards the adult basket.
yeah. I was thinking with
But like
Alex.
you said, when my wife decides, hey, you know what, let's get Dad a basket.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Oh
thinking-
yeah, it's
thinking-
alcohol.
Right.
Thinking of my son though, I might just give him a basket full of anime porn and he'll be good.
Oh, could you imagine if he actually just had?
He'd freak out in the moment, but he'd be so happy once he got
Deep
to his
down.
room.
I've looked at his phone. There is so much anime porn on his phone. It's not even funny.
How slow
What,
is
what,
it?
what do they call that? There's an actual name for that.
Hentai.
There's
Oh yeah, hentai.
Hentai, whatever the fuck it's
There's
called.
other stuff too, like there's weird alien shit.
Yeah. But no, it's like he's got those like little
Or Family Guy people just
Yeah.
or whatever.
Pia.
Cartoon, yeah, all those people are just banging. Man, we got a nice cloud of smoke inside of here. Oh crap!
Well, I had to save my cigar. I started to
canoe a little bit.
I started to canoe a little bit. and
Yeah, I'm kind of.
He's starting to canoe a little bit. That's
Ever since I
think
saved
that's
mine.
probably the one drawback I have had with some of these. Sometimes they get a great burn, sometimes they don't.
I was
Always
able
a
to turn it
flavorful
around.
cigar, but again, it's a little bit of a cheaper cigar, but again, still for the price. I mean, I can live with a little canoeing, a little touch up is not going to kill it.
yeah, as long as you can turn it around and save it, you're good. And
Yeah.
thankfully, I was able to do that. But
You know, I just noticed on this. It says experimental series.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Do you
Well,
know why?
No, I don't know why they call it the experiment, but there's several there in their experimental series. There's a lot of experimental series cigars.
I mean, there's a few different ones in the Project 40 line.
Well, there's the Project 40 Connecticut, I believe.
Yeah, there's
Then
the
there's the
Maduro.
Maduro. That's the two that I do know they have.
Right.
I've had both. I prefer the Maduro. I mean, that's just a taste thing for me. I mean, I prefer a Maduro stick.
Tony, do not drop your cigar on you.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Was he about to pass out again?
Yes. He's over here.
He said no. He's about as good as lying as you, Ben.
Lying through the gap in your teeth.
Yeah, cigars aren't fire safe like cigarettes are.
Yeah, that first time you went. It almost fell down on
if you guys now, this is how I'm gonna. The old person in me, I have to take my glasses off to read, and I still can't see it for shit.
Oh yeah, I can't read.
Oh,
The Project
40 is the.
Project 40 is the
Search to find a deeper understanding
As to why
as to
cigars,
why cigars
have
have
positive.
cognitive impact
Yeah.
on the mind and body.
They put it in weird.
I don't think this.
lettering, too.
Listen, I don't know what they're going after. This is a great stick. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
don't think it does anything for my cognitive abilities.
No,
Okay, like
it does help me relax.
Well, it says feel rewarded because it's at a proper blend.
Yeah.
I feel
price,
rewarded because I'm relaxing.
Experience has been developed for your enjoyment.
Did you guys ever hear that cigars actually increase your testosterone levels?
I have not heard that,
I've heard that in a couple different places now.
It explains.
but I can
Explains it
I
then.
can tell you that when I
I'm
have
talking all horny on the show.
listen, I can tell you when I drink whiskey, and a lot of times when I have whiskey combined with a cigar, I either want to fight or fuck. So
I think that's just men in general.
But no, in all seriousness, I was actually reading an article not that long ago. I forget where I was reading it. but there's scientific studies that suggest cigars boost testosterone in males.
It's believable.
Yeah. I mean,
Can't tell with Ben, but other than
okay. All right.
Sorry, buddy, I had to do it.
Okay.
I had to correct one joke.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't think that's the first of tonight.
go online right now, go on Google, and just start looking up any famous older dude that you can think of. I mean, I don't care.
George Burns.
Pick somebody. George Burns,
Bob Ross?
probably.
But he's dead.
Bob Ross would be
So is
hard
George
to
Burns.
find. What I'm about to say, but like Thoreau, Jimmy Braddock, Frank Sinatra. I'm willing to bet that if you start looking through pictures, you're gonna find at least one with some older, manly man
Thank you.
That one?
smoking a cigar. It's gonna happen.
You gotta open
Oh
it.
yeah, first time.
I don't think it's going though.
It was,
Here.
because I got mine.
Oh, there. You probably had some air inside of it. You probably got to
Sometimes just when you tip it,
release the air inside of it.
gotta burp it.
That's perfect.
Just do a little touch up because I am canoeing a bit, just like you guys are.
I mean, honestly, I think Tony is more.
I honestly think it's the cigar because
Yeah.
It's not the first time.
There you go.
it's one thing if one of us has a canoeing
Yeah.
issue, but multiple are
Yeah,
having
it
it.
is canoeing. I think it is. I've had this stick plenty of times. Some of them have burnt perfectly. Others have canoed badly. So
Right.
it can depend on the batch you get. It can depend on whoever the roller is. You
Tony,
know.
you're gonna burn yourself.
He'll wake up after he does.
Oh, yeah.
He'll wake up. Let him just do it. One
We're all
time.
going to be talking. We're just going to hear, hold it!
That's fine.
Old dude being the fire crotch.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help you out over here.
It's
man.
not. It'd be fire belly too.
I'm just trying to
Fire
help you out.
everything.
Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole.
Oh. Freaking weekends, man.
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a week for me.
I know.
I started the week moving.
Yeah.
My family and I moved into a new place.
Right.
And then I went back to work Wednesday, and because I work at a school's on spring break, my boss decided, hey, instead of second shift, I'm making it mandatory everybody works first. So it threw off my schedule.
Oh, damn.
I feel you.
And then yesterday I got up and Ben came and helped me move some other stuff as a thank you to somebody.
That was rough.
It's been a rough, long freaking week. My schedule's off. I'm tired. I can't wait to go back to work tomorrow on my normal schedule and just
your
get
normal
back
schedule?
to normalcy.
Back to. And I mean, for me, it's just like almost every day is the same. I mean, every other week, okay, Saturday night we do the show, we do this and record our episodes when we do. I'd just be at home sitting on my ass anyway. And,
That's what I'd be doing. Either I'd be sitting on my ass at home today, or I'd be down at the cigar lounge.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah.
be at the lounge.
I'd be at the cigar lounge.
Who are
I
you
mean,
kidding?
I got up today and went fishing. I knew it was too cold, but it was like, I just got to get out and do something I enjoy. I needed that reset.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, and after, all that moving and everything.
Moving will drain the hell out of you.
Oh, God,
No matter,
it's-
God.
Just
moving
one
sucks.
day of it drains you.
Moving will just beat you up, man. I know how it was when I moved into my house 4 years ago. Moved 2 households and shut down a radio station at the same week.
Same time, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
'Cause we had to have SKO cleared out. I was moving into my house at the same time. I was moving Lori out of her house, moving myself out of my apartment. So we were moving from 3 locations
Into one.
into one at the same time.
Yep.
The timing of that sucked, but necessary, you know.
Well, right now we're playing the game of like, where is this? Where is that? We
Oh,
can't
sure.
find this. Hey, we just got the kitchen completely pulled together, and then 2 hours later, why is there a box of kitchen stuff in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Son of.
Yeah. Then you think you got it all, then you go, okay, I can't find the colander. Where's the colander?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you find it in bathroom stuff, for example.
Okay.
I
Right.
mean, it's like I found stuff. Like I remember we were moving and stuff. Okay, salt and pepper shakers. Where the hell? Why are they with the soap in the bathroom? You know what I mean? Stupid stuff like that. You know,
I gotta
it's like-
season the bath water.
Well, for crying out loud, we went through our storage to pull out some stuff that we couldn't use in the old place.
right.
I found 2 bottles of wine that were packed in random ass shit that wine shouldn't be with. Luckily, one of them, the cork had actually busted through and was starting to come out. Luckily, it never actually blew.
Didn't blow the cork.
Because it'd been in that storage for probably 4 years.
Oh yeah.
You know, in the
Probably
heat
good
and the
wine.
cold. Yeah, we pitched them. There was
No way.
no
if you
trying
were sitting
those.
upright, they're not
Yeah.
going to be any good anyway.
You know, I'm going through now. In the old place, I just had my whiskey on top of my dresser. It was the perfect place for it. Well, in the new place, oh God, I spent 4 days, probably drove my wife nuts. I'm like, I need a whiskey cabinet of some kind. I need a whiskey shelf. I need a
Cabinet,
specific place to put my whiskey where it'll be safe.
Right.
And I finally get this old shelf that my dad had built that I have held on to. I'm like, I'm going to put it in this corner. It's perfect. It'll be out of the sunlight. Sure as shit, I come home yesterday before we did our show, and the sun is hitting at just an angle that it's like, the sun's hitting my monkey shoulder, and I'm like, God dang it! And my wife has got to be going, will you shut up about the whiskey? But I'm like, listen, that's too much money to let go to waste because the sun ruins it. Like,
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you got to keep.
oh,
it,
you can't keep it in the sun.
You got to keep
Really?
it. That's what. It's like all my stuff is in the basement,
Right.
you know, and where it's at, the light's not going to hit that spot.
I didn't
So
know
everything's in a nice darker area, you know,
I don't-
and that studio is pretty well
Dark.
temperature controlled too
Right.
with the way it's blocked off, you know, and it's
Because let's be real, like, we got a tiny little apartment, probably too small for us. But we did it because we're working towards buying a house, and we wanted
a stepping
something
stone.
cheap for now.
we wanted something cheap for now so that we can continue to build.
Build
Yeah.
and save.
You know,
So I
dumping
don't
all your
have
money
a
in the
ton of room for my whiskey, and it's like, and of course I'm a little nervous. Like, my closet would be perfect for the whiskey, except for the fact that it butts up against where the water heater is, and I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like too much heat
Yeah.
is going to be in that closet. And I'm like, son of a bitch. So now we got to buy blackout curtains, which my wife's not happy about.
Oh,
But I'm
God.
like, I got to protect the whiskey. I got to protect it. Her wine is there too.
Yeah,
I should
My wine too.
talk
But
to- I should-
gotta protect the investment.
I should
I
talk
drink
to
all
my-
kinds of alcohol, just so you know.
I should talk to my barber and see if he's willing to do a discount build on one of the flags.
Oh yeah.
On the flags that I
You would
have.
like that. Have you been over to Ben's
I
apartment?
am not.
I've
So-
seen pictures of your cabin. That's
Yeah.
it's
Have
pretty
you seen
cool.
pictures
So,
of it?
like-
I
It's
think
pretty
I've
cool.
seen pictures of it, but dude, I would need a big flag for my whiskey.
That is true. That is,
It would be a whole wall.
But,
Well,
but
it's just something
honestly-
for just
But honestly, he
right.
can
portion
make it,
of it. You
He
know what I
can
mean?
make it wider too. So like, I made him make the base of it wider so he could make it come out more at the bottom, so you have more, real
Well, hey,
estate.
Ben, my birthday's in October, buddy. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Hey, mine's out next month too.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You have cabinets. Not so much for him, but I mean for him, I could see him with one of those flags, and you're like, man, looking at you, and I'm not stereotyping.
I can see a big fish on top of yours.
He's
instead of the
saying I'm a
flag.
redneck.
I mean,
No, just
And
look at his
yours-
hat.
you know, in yours, I could see a couple guns and a couple fishing things and the rest of your bottles. So I mean,
It's all probably true.
you're not wrong.
Picture of a cigar.
You're
on
not
it.
wrong.
It's
You're
not
not.
stereotyping when it's actually true.
Exactly.
That's why we love you.
That's why I love me. So it works.
You were out that time.
You were out. You were starting to snore.
He was starting to snore.
And we have video evidence of
Yeah,
it.
we did.
Hey, son, usually
It's farther
some kind of radio
away.
show, you see the back of it.
His hand.
This show,
You're
we're
saying-
all sitting
Yeah,
face
facing the
front.
camera.
Oh man, that was good. Well,
Oh.
that can be a good video for.
That's a good
A little
help.
entertaining.
Oh, that's a TikTok video
That's
right
that's a
there.
memorable moment right there. Welcome to Vices, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Where we smoke and drink and Tony sleeps.
We're that boring. Are we that boring?
No.
Nah.
He's
I'm
just that
I'm
tired.
He's just that tired.
And relaxed.
The cigar ain't helping out either, too.
Good thing with this show, it's supposed to be for relaxation.
And look, I said this in episode 1. In our own ways, whatever our jobs are, we all bust our asses. We all push ourselves to the limits trying to make ends meet. So we get that you're tired. It's just comical sometimes.
Yeah.
Just on a Sunday, it's not even dark. We're just.
We're here for entertainment purposes only.
And Tony's here to.
There's not much light coming inside of here, though.
So as I get closer to the end of this stick,
Yeah.
you do get hit with a little hint of sweetness.
Yes, you
yeah,
do.
Yeah.
It's got a good little chocolate note in it, leathery. You definitely get the earthiness to it.
I mean,
Yeah.
so far this has been leather, earth,
Yeah.
the whole stick. But
Mhm.
all of a sudden it's like,
You get that little hint of
little
sweetness.
sweet.
Once you start getting to that second, third, going into the final, that's where I think everything kind of actually gets a little bit more flavorful
Right.
in the stick.
Now that nub nuance, my God, that was sweet from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
But I don't
I
think
know
it
it's
was
not your thing,
too
but
sweet,
it
though.
is good.
Yeah.
They are good.
What I don't like about those sweet sticks, some of
This
them,
thing does ash in chunks, though.
and you get that little bit of that residue on your mouth.
See, I didn't get that.
I did when I had that on. And I'm like,
It's not as
"Man,
bad as those Flavor ones, though.
those are really, really
Or
bad."
acid. The acid cigars,
Yeah.
those have a lot of
I'd see for me, that's,
flavor, that flavor residue you get on your
I just
on the tip
don't-
of it.
I don't like that. That's
Right.
not my thing. I'm more of a natural.
And to be honest, I think that's the kind. That
Cigar,
cigar needs a specific situation.
Mhm.
Like I said, breakfast time with coffee, it's almost like a donut in a coffee. It's sweet and bitter with the coffee. It went good together. Maybe on a Saturday night after you've grilled up a steak, had a nice good
Sure.
meal. It's like
It's got to be
a
like
dessert cigar.
Yeah.
Cigar.
Yeah, it's
I
gotta
can
be-
see that.
But a
You're right.
midday, I just want
Just
a
to
good
have
smoke.
one?
Is
No.
nah.
And now we're talking about those nuts. What do you think of that? I know we talked about it off air, but what do you think of that Maduro I gave you?
The nub Maduro?
Yeah,
Now that was really good.
yeah.
That would be a great everyday smoker, especially when you don't have a ton of time.
Yeah.
Because it's a nub. I mean, they're about this big to start with.
They're
If you
usually
can
four.
see,
They're usually 4x54 or 4x60.
and you can smoke through it fairly quick.
Yeah.
It'd be a great midday. I just
They're-
want to have a quick smoke.
They're
before I
quick,
go
but
do
they
whatever I
can be a
gotta do.
slow burn too.
They can be.
Especially the shorter cigars. A lot of the longer sticks that I've seen burn a lot quicker too than some of the shorter ones. This is actually burning. I mean, I'm not really hitting it really hard. I'm not chiefing the shit out of it right now, but yours is burning really quick. And
Mine's burning really quick, but I spent a lot of time fixing the freaking canoeing,
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
lost a little bit of it.
We're all kind of near the same.
See, after I fixed it, it's burning.
Yeah,
Even.
yours is burning great after you
All the
fixed
way
it.
down.
Mine's still a little janky.
I got
but
a little canoeing going, but not real bad. I fixed mine just a little bit ago. It's for a stick on a budget. I mean, this is a good budget stick, I think personally. There's a lot cheaper sticks you can get. They're
Right.
still really good too.
Absolutely.
But-
I've said it before. The Quorums, for a $2-3 stick,
Yeah.
it's a great, enjoyable smoke.
Mhm.
Does it compare to something like this in flavor? No.
Right.
But it's a great smoke. It's enjoyable. And at $3, you don't feel bad about it
No.
at all.
That's a good golf cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those at the
Corms? Oh,
yeah.
at our sponsors?
Yeah.
Have we touched base on that? On this?
Yeah.
Not
Well,
on here.
no.
Not on here. We'll
Okay.
we still have some stuff
That's
to
what
hammer
kinda-
out before we
I
really
didn't
announce
know.
it.
Yeah.
We do have something in the works that could be kind of cool. That is going to be kind of cool,
Oh yeah.
but we can't really. We're not free to announce it yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not
One
yet.
day.
Probably by the next Vices we should be.
We
good to
should
go.
have everything hammered out.
Yeah, well, everything, all the details and everything hammered out. I think we're pretty much good to go. There's actually a commercial in production right now, so
Yeah.
I mean we'll have that on and actually run that during the next Vices, not this one, but the next one for sure. But,
Yeah, I know. Thank you. I fucked that up.
No, you didn't. No, just put it down and roll it around.
roll it around and go.
There you go.
There you go.
Sometimes it's hard to ash a cigar. Not gonna lie. Sometimes they're like, oh, I can tap it out, and then you're like,
Well,
no.
I mean, you kind of need to go and give it a tap, and if nothing happens, it's not ready yet.
Mhm.
Keep smoking.
Yeah.
You good?
I got so quiet.
We were all just watching.
I was wondering, I'm like,
Did everybody leave? Was that 30 minutes already?
Yeah. We
Not
love you,
quite.
honey. We love you.
oh, I love y'all.
If we ever can pull it off, we're all just gonna get up and walk
It's
away.
just a walk out.
My
Five-
garage door is too loud though.
5 minutes of vices,
just Tony.
just watching Tony.
There's our fight.
We'll see what you put that right at the end after the after credits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I remember it used to be funny. It's like I get it from my mom's side and my grandma. You know, my mom would be out of town and my grandma would just come over so somebody would be there. I could walk in the door, walk right past my grandma, make all the noise in the world, and I wouldn't wake her up.
Yeah.
Wow, that's deep sleep.
Yeah, when she was sleep, when she'd sleep. And I remember I brought my junior year. I brought this girl over, and I said we're going to study. And then
Yeah.
We're gonna
Study what?
study
My
anatomy,
mom's out of town.
biology.
Study her?
and here's my grandma. Well, yeah. Well, if you guys need to, you can use your mom's bed instead of your own. She's out of town.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Thanks, Gam Gam.
Yeah.
Got any other advice, Graham?
Hey Tony.
Bend her over and spank it. What, Grandma?
Yeah, you want some great grandkids this early?
Just in case you ever wondered if Vices was for kids, no,
It's
No.
not.
no, it's not.
This is none of our shows are made for kids.
No.
Back Alley Radio isn't really intended for kids. The music's okay. though.
Even back-
even though kids are on the show.
Even back in the
They're
day,
18.
when we had some kind of kids show,
Yeah.
you and I still managed to fuck it up sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, we shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. Whoops.
Oops.
We had a show on our old station. It was called Some Kind of Kid Show, and it was
And all the
our
kids.
daughters.
It was our daughters, and every now and then, whenever they would bring in a friend or a
Or
guest.
Alex.
We
every
filmed it
now
on.
and
Yeah, we didn't film it. We aired it on Sundays over there, and bless your heart, Mike, for going in there on Sundays and doing it.
then. Yeah. Yeah.
Mike used to go over and run the board for him. And
it did. It never failed. It's a
and
kid
they
show.
always got a couple calls.
And they always got they had fun. They did a great job. But they would always get one of us. If I was running the board or if you
Yeah.
were, or God forbid you and I both showed up, those kids would manage to get us to cuss on a kid show.
Somehow.
Somehow.
Or we would get so bored with whatever nonsense they
We
were
took
talking.
over.
We would talk amongst ourselves and all of a sudden it's like, did we just air all of that? It's like, shit.
And whoopsies. Yeah. Good
Well,
time.
Welcome to the show,
thankfully,
children. And
For
here's
as
how
good
we.
as,
We're
for as
gonna
good
get
as
these
they
words
did,
out right now. Fuck, feral, dick, pussy,
Yeah.
snot, and shit.
for as good as they did not have a huge following. So it's not like we,
You know.
I had a lot of people to piss off.
yeah.
Yeah. We do.
It's not like there were parents out there going, "Oh my God, Timmy, what are you listening to?"
It's fine till those old guys get on the show.
Little Timmy.
Like, I still think the absolute worst one. The kids got me kind of imitating stuff, and I was kind of imitating like a samurai,
Uh huh.
but I wasn't doing words. I was just going, comes on, not thinking, and he goes, I know Japanese. Oh, suck a dick! And I'm like, Earl! Kid show!
Oh, yeah.
And he just went, oh,
Whoops.
oops!
My bad.
Good times on there.
We had a
Oh,
lot of
the
fun.
was- stuff we
Was
used
Ben
to-
the star of that show?
He was actually on it with the kids a few times.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
I was,
I think
Were
we
you
won.
that hungover that you don't remember?
Because you were usually sleeping there.
was I?
Yeah, you sat in on
come
a
and
couple of the
you're
kids
there.
shows.
Ugh.
We walk in and there's Ben asleep on the sofa bed.
Beer in one hand and
We
his
had our-
dick in the other.
We had our Friday show. I
His
wasn't there
phone
on
on his-
Sunday.
Yeah, you slept all the way through.
Okay, alright.
And to be fair, Ben, we all had keys to the studio. We all used it as our personal, I can't drive home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've done that a few
I think
times.
the worst was when.
And I'm
Troy-
pretty sure that before we ever put cameras in, we all went, hey, honey,
Hey, hey.
I know a place we can go.
The
Hey,
closet
hey.
in the office.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I think my worst time was when Troy was in town. And I took the next day off of work, and after the show, we went down to the bars. And I got so fucked up. And I was fucked up before we even left.
Well, if you're gonna mention Troy, you tell the people who Troy is.
Troy
at least.
Froman is a he's what
Saved
show?
by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
He was Ox and who Spud right?
Scud.
Scud.
It's good.
But Scud was it was the first character he did,
That's-
and then it was a little bit too rough of a character, so they changed. They created Ox, and he did Ox.
Yep.
And he did that. I think 6 or 7 episodes he was on. But
So yeah, we flew him in, and then we did our Tuesday show, our Friday night on
on
a
a Tuesday, we did our
night.
Friday because we needed to get him. The only day we could get him in was during the week.
Yeah.
So we swapped some time slots, and we did our show on a Tuesday.
And I was like, I'm gonna
But
change-
needless to say, back when we had the studio, if we would have all been bachelors
Mhm.
at that time,
Oh God.
Jesus.
there would be a lot of illegitimate children running around.
There was so much DNA on that couch.
Yeah.
Thankfully, my wife's tubes were tied, so no more kids for me. But we tried.
on that couch.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Jeez.
Hey, hold on, is that the same couch you brought and
The-
used in your own?
The futon, yeah, that I had. It was the futon that I had at my mom.
You know that pillow you put your head on?
My
I ended up-
gosh,
I
dude.
actually
I
ended
would
up-
have thrown that thing out if
I
I.
actually ended up buying a really
I
good air
touched that
mattress
thing and
from
helped
down
you
there.
move it out.
Then it popped. I don't
If
know.
I
what
would
the
have
hell
known
happened.
that Mike's dick and balls
Not
were,
just mine.
and ass and
Earl.
ass juices were on that,
Yeah.
I would have
I'm
never
sure-
touched it.
I'm sure the cop that will remain unnamed a couple times too.
Yeah,
Ew.
a couple times too. Yeah.
With which women?
Oh, God. Oh no!
That's a coin toss.
Yeah.
Anyways, how's
We're not gonna go there.
How's everyone's
women?
cigar?
We'll
no,
tell you afterwards.
Prostitutes?
We'll tell you.
Oh
afterwards.
no, nothing like that.
Not like that.
Or
We'll
or
tell you
the
off
or the happy ending massage place
Wow.
down the hall.
No, that was downstairs.
That was downstairs.
And they used to get so pissed at us.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
you guys are ruining my client's experience. We're just running an office.
We're
up
just
here.
running an
and
office.
we weren't even really like maybe 4 or 5 of us. We're like a couple of people on the air during the show. I think Mike and I would be in the office working.
And our shows went at night when
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were technically
We're
closed.
done.
yeah, well,
Right.
it was a Sunday. We had a couple Sunday afternoon
Yeah,
shows.
fair
They're
enough.
She was getting
supposed
pissed.
to be closed.
And she had
They have happy endings after
Who the
hours.
hell knows what that lady was? I got mad at. She came up and like disturbed one of our programs one time. I'm like, "Do I interrupt your business?" Yes, you do. How? We walk? Yeah, you guys are walking all through here. The floor creaks.
Sorry.
Oh, You're
Sorry,
in an office
rent
building.
another place.
You know, go rent another
I mean,
facility.
tell-
It's an apartment. Any apartment you live at,
Well,
it's like that.
Tony actually sent a picture a couple of weeks ago that we're still on their board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the old station's still listed on that board. And it's so
Yeah.
funny because like
We've
we
been
were there for
a
like a
couple
year
years.
and a half, And
it
I
took so long.
complained and complained. The week we moved out is when they put our name on the board.
Yeah. And it's still there a
It
couple
is
years
still there.
after we left.
Yeah.
Really?
But my wife used to work for the owner, so I know the owner fairly well.
Mhm.
And there's some litigation stuff there, so I think nothing's changed because the whole thing's in kind of limbo.
Mhm.
Don't steal from family members, kids.
Yeah, that was kind of.
It was a good run when we had it down there. It was better than Kent because you never were in.
I was never involved with
Okay,
Kent.
yeah, and Kent was.
I got involved with all of you guys actually because at the time I was doing photography,
Yeah, picture.
and a mutual friend of Earl and I.
I just saw him the other day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in a
He's
while.
working
actually,
at the local parts distributor for the bowling centers.
okay.
And
Oh.
yeah, he's working at
But
working at Ace.
Earl knew him. I worked with him at one of the dealerships,
Yeah.
and somehow, he just kind of got us in contact.
Yeah.
I came in to do some photos, and Earl was like, "Hey, you want to sit in on the show?" A couple times later, "Hey, you want your own show?" A little while after that,
Hey, you want to manage the
"Hey,
place?
you want to manage the place?"
Sure. That's how it was when I met Earl and Debbie on bowling, and they're like, "Hey, come sit on the show." And then from there,
Yeah, 'cause that's how I got involved. It was Earl, Debbie, Dickhead Cop, and
Ticket.
and then there was an
Which one?
Hey, we'll just call him DHC.
There's a lot of them.
DHC.
The DHC.
And then there was another girl there named Jen, and I went in and just hung out with them while they were doing the show. Jen decided she didn't want to do it anymore. I'm at Mountaineer, and Earl's like, "Yeah, by the way, Jen's out. You want to take her spot?" Sure. Why not? I ain't doing shit on Friday nights.
And then the rest is history. From
Yeah.
there, it was like, "Hey, do you want to do this show? Do you want to try this show? Let's give this a shot." And here we are on Vices, smoking cigars, drinking, and
and then a couple
talking
months
shit.
ago, I brought Jake on for a show, and then I asked if Jake can come on to another show, and then
he became a member of that show, and
The rest is
then we were all like, "Hey, you want to pay us money
you wanna give us some
and
money?
be a
Can we
co-owner?"
use your
Can
garage?
we use your garage? Of course. But we all have our,
Hey, come summertime, if we want to record them outdoors too, we could do it outdoors at my place. I got a big cement pad that's out back that we can.
Once the
Dude,
weather
once
clears,
the
I think
weather
that's
clears-
part of our plan is to do these outside as
You
well.
can do them at anybody's house,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if all comes to fruition, we can film them up the road at the.
Yeah.
Which
The place.
it's going to happen. Yeah.
We could even do a couple in my apartment complex parking lot and
Okay.
potentially see my neighbor's boobs,
Oh yeah.
Well, if there's boobs involved, we have to be there.
which I've seen twice now.
Again,
Oh, wait.
this morning.
Today?
This morning,
Hey,
She
can I
does
stop by?
Can I
Can I just stop by?
About 7 a.m.
I'll stop by.
Is it cleavage or just
oh no, it's full boob.
full boob?
She doesn't like to close her blinds, and she likes to stand in her kitchen topless. I
What
don't
is
know
she?
why.
What,
Man,
Man, I just
body
I'm gonna
type. Body type.
like to look in the window.
She petite. What is she?
I'm just gonna end with she is very attractive, and it's quite enjoyable to see. All right.
At 7 in
It
the
gets
morning.
you
That's,
through your day.
that's negotiable.
It's a good
depending
start
on
to
who
the
the guy
day.
we're talking about. If we're talking about Ben.
Now at Mike's house, the best part of waking up ain't folding shirts in your car.
No.
Eh,
The
However,
best part of waking up
However-
is looking at them B cups.
neighbor taters does go well
Neighbor
with
taters.
morning coffee.
Neighbor
I'm just saying.
taters.
I just see you like missing something. Like you walk out to your car and you're like, "Oh shoot, I missed something." You have to walk back and then, "Oh, I forgot something again."
I forgot something
crap! Walk back and forth. All right, I think I'm good. Oh wait, no, hold on. One more
Hold on, I
second.
got one. Shit, I forgot something else. Hang on a minute.
Crap! I forgot my lures. I got to go back.
Then after about an hour going back and
You
forth,
finally have everything in
shit,
the car.
I got everything in the car. Oh wait, there's more.
There's more.
Oh wait, I ran out of fishing time. All right, we got to go over to Jake's now to film.
Hold on, before I come over, I got stuck in traffic.
I forgot my alcohol. I got to go back.
Well, it's like I said. I figured out who I'm gonna ask when I run out of sugar.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to call it Operation Sweet Taters.
Sweet taters.
I'm either going to get sugar, tits, or sugar and tits. Sweet taters.
Sweet taters.
Sweet taters.
Sweet taters.
Maybe
Sweet
she's
tater
doing
pie.
it on purpose. Some women do that stuff on purpose. They don't care.
I think that's kind of it. I don't think she's necessarily doing it because I'm there.
She just does it.
I think she just doesn't give a
No,
shit.
she
She
doesn't.
does it.
Exhibitionist.
Because there's no way she isn't aware.
Oh, she knows.
You know what I mean? Like,
Now, is she a younger girl, older girl?
she's younger. I'm going to put her in her low to mid 20s.
Oh, God.
Jake's like, I
Jason,
Can I,
need
can
to
I
come
stop
out
over
there.
for a drink?
Anytime.
All right, I'm over.
He wants to come over. He wants to come over for morning coffee.
Hold on a second. Do you need a couple more things moved? I'll come over and help out about 7 o'clock in the morning. Want to meet about that time? All right.
And this is what? You're across the parking lot, neighbor?
No, this is okay. So, I smoke cigarettes too. You have to come out my door, and across the parking lot is a picnic table with like one of those smoking bins.
Yeah.
So that's the smoking area.
Okay.
So I'll go there, and I'll sit down and listen. I realize it's tits in the window, but it doesn't matter. At 7 in the morning, my brain is not thinking. I just sit down
Automatically.
and I face the apartment. Well, her window is off to the right and up, so I'm sitting there drinking coffee, smoking a cigarette, and both times I just catch movement. So naturally I go, huh? Oh!
That's when you pop the sunglasses on.
And then I
right?
just sit there
and pop the sunglasses on.
And just let the show roll.
and, yeah. But it's never long. It's not like she stands in front of the window and stretches. I mean,
Not
She
yet.
could. Not
yet.
you catch the movement of her walking into the kitchen, going to her fridge, which her back is to you at that point, and then she turns around and walks out. And it's
Man,
like,
he really knows her movements. You really studied this.
I can't help it, man.
Now, are you staring, or every now and then you're just taking a glance and just kind of smoking?
It's not long enough to ever constitute staring.
Okay.
It's just once your brain goes movement and you
Oh.
look, the whole thing unfolds in like 3 to 5 seconds, and then it's over. But
that's
it's
a
a
good 3
very
to 5
clear,
seconds.
like 3 to 5 seconds.
And it's a good 3 to 5 seconds.
I mean, you're kind of used to 3 to 5 seconds anyway, so.
Listen, I at least get 7 to 8.
Oh, good for you. Happy new place, you know. At least you
Well,
know.
I figured out it's just got to be apartment living. That's what it is. Because
Yeah.
way back in the day, when I shared an apartment with some buddies, we had similar things happen. You know,
Oh yeah.
you just drop your cigar.
That's what happens when you fall asleep.
I didn't fall asleep on that one.
Not that one.
Not that one. Just-
Like,
Call him Mr.
I'll never
Butterfingers.
forget when I was living with my buddies in Timbertop.
oh, yeah.
Okay,
Huh.
if you're local in Ohio, in Akron, Cuyahoga Falls area, you know Timbertop.
Yeah.
If you don't know, it's just not worth explaining.
And it's not worth living there.
There were these two gorgeous blondes that lived 2 doors down, and my buddies and I, we, of course, gravitated towards them. Well, one day we get a knock on our door. Hey, can you guys come help us move this aquarium?
Okay.
Okay, sure. So we go over. This is the biggest damn aquarium I've ever seen, and it's full of water.
Oh.
So we
Didn't
look
even
at it.
empty it?
We're like, look, you have to empty this.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact of the weight. The minute we try to move it, the glass is going to shatter.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad. You have to empty it. Oh, okay. Dumb shitheads tried to move it themselves anyway. It shatters. The one girl, every bit of a 6-inch slash in her leg.
Oh God.
So we hear this blood-curdling scream, go over and see a lot of blood, call the paramedics, blah, blah, blah. Next morning, gentleman that I am, I'm like, I'm going to go see how she is.
Here she is naked.
No. Almost, though. I get to the
Damn
door.
near.
I get to the door. The door's open. The screen door's shut. I knock. The bathroom is off of the hallway. At the door, you can see straight down the hallway. Her roommate walks out, totally naked from the shower. I'll be with you in a minute. And I'm just standing there like, wait, what?
What
the hell just happened? So I say, okay, I just came to check on, I can't even remember her name. She steps out in the hallway again, naked. Oh, she's doing great. Give me a minute. Okay.
I can wait here forever.
I got her to step out in that hallway naked 4 times. Just by saying the dumbest thing that came to mind. And it was like, wow. Sadly, though, that's as far as I got with him. But, hey.
But you know what?
You got this.
The view was good, I'm sure.
And
scenery was
sometimes
nice.
it makes me wonder, are they really that dumb?
Right.
Or do they know what they're doing?
Oh, they absolutely know.
Sometimes I think they're
It's
really that
attention,
dumb.
my guy.
Sometimes I think they're really that dumb.
Sometimes it
Attention.
could just be that dumb.
Attention. Yeah, women say the same thing about guys and the shit we do. Are they really that dumb, or are they just doing it on purpose?
Kind of depends.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it goes both ways.
Depends on the situation.
There's times that I'm really that dumb.
How's everyone doing on their cigar?
Oh, you're
Getting there.
getting there. You're really having that canoeing there.
Yeah. It's still smoking, though, so.
I'm gonna step out for a second. I gotta take a leakage.
All right, we'll take a commercial break. How's that sound?
We can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Commercial break.
Let's
Yeah.
take a commercial.
We'll be back in a minute.
Do you like drinking? So do we. Well, you come to the right place. Saturday night, 7 to 10. Some kind of radio show on Back Alley Radio. Crack one open and enjoy the fun.
And we're back. Alright, we're back. Jake went potty. Earl had to handle a work phone call. So, we're back. We're finishing off these Project 40 Alec Bradley Maduros. I poured myself a little bit of the Redemption Rye because, god dang it, it's good.
I know.
It's, yeah.
You're welcome.
You know very well.
I know very well it's good. I'm refraining today. It was too good yesterday.
Oh, that is so good.
It would get you in a spot today where you wouldn't want to be.
Yeah.
No. I got too much to do today. Last night all I had to do was host a radio show. I could do that drunk.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to do some driving today to, pick up a kid.
Yeah, and
All that, shortly.
that's a little important.
That's a lot for you.
Kind of matters.
Ooh.
What, lunch gets done at 5?
5 o'clock, yeah. I'll just swing in there, see if I can troubleshoot a lane when I get there. So I'll look at it at 5 when I get her.
So I'm at the last little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
The flavor of, and I've becoming a cigar smoker. I started out with burning the tobacco.
Yeah.
And I've learned how to heat it up and not burn it. So I really
You get much more of a flavor.
yes. And I think before I just burnt
Talking about on the light.
yes. And I think before I just burnt the shit out of
You can overheat the tobacco,
Yeah,
especially
right.
on an initial light. When you're first lighting the foot, all you want to do is toast that cigar. There's a lot of guys who'll just sit there and they'll light like a cigarette, done, but they don't get an even. And you see little bits where it's not lit.
yeah.
That's when it's like, okay, you want to toast it, you get the whole thing nice and toasted, and then you put it in your mouth and get that, start drawing some, smoke through it,
So,
then you
like,
get a good burn.
I'm
Now,
actually
mine kind of burnt out on me. I mean, it's smoking again, but because of the canoeing issue, by the time I save it at this point, there won't be anything left, so I'm just going to let it go out. But it was a good stick.
I enjoy it. I mean, it's a nice little stick on a budget. It's not an expensive cigar by any stretch. Quite enjoyable. And these are ones that, obviously I'll have again. I have a number of them in my humidor at home still, so It's a good. It's not. Trying to find the right wording. I want to say, not a super robust cigar.
No.
It's not overly strong, but it's got enough flavor. Go, hey, it gets your attention. Go, this is pretty flavorful.
Right. It's not overpowered at all.
And it's a good first stick in the day too.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna have more than one stick in a day, start out with one of these. Then you're gonna go a little stronger. Okay, I might jump into something with straight heroin and go stronger there. But
Right.
you know, I might smoke. You know, I might have a cane later. You know, that's a pretty robust, strong cigar. You know, and I like those. And then
The one cigar I want to try that you have is the vice versa.
vice versa.
Vice versa. I want to try that one. I'm curious how.
I want to try. I want to buy one more because
Right. You've got
Like
to
I
get
said, you
two
got-
so you can smoke both ways.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can go. You can start out because it goes medium body, full.
Right.
You can start out light, work the full, or you can start out full and work the light. Two different experiences. So
Yeah.
they say buy two, try it the one way, try it the other way, see which way you like it.
Yep.
And then if you buy more, then you know which way you like it, and you can smoke it that way. But
Absolutely.
I've yet to try it. Obviously, it's still in my little travel humidor right down below.
Now, do you have to cut both sides, or
Oh yeah, to light it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to. Yeah,
or
you gotta
punch one side and cut the other? Stuff?
Yeah, you gotta snip it off so you can light it, and then you gotta then you're gonna have the end you're gonna smoke. Then you gotta obviously open up that end to get airflow. But you can go whatever way you want to do on the cigar. I think it's a pretty neat concept.
Yeah, 'cause it's fully wrapped on both ends.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
so
have
you're gonna big snip on the end that you want to light, and you're gonna little snip or punch the end that you want to draw.
Okay. Yeah, that would be. I'm curious to see what you think about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna light it today. I'm gonna save it for a day. I have time because that's a pretty good sized stick.
Yeah.
Right. And you want to save it for a day that you can really enjoy it too.
Yeah, I want to not rush it. And I want to see how it is. I might have another.
Why do you
cigar
go
later.
through 18 tons of butane, Ben?
Well, now it's actually working. Well, now it's actually working. So I
He's
just
gonna light a fire and his ass. I mean,
Yeah.
get my ass going.
gonna get his ass going. Me, I'm like usually I'm one of the faster smokers, but I'm not really flying. through
You're
this one.
enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it today. I'm
Because
I'm
after-
taking my time
Yeah.
and enjoying it. I'm not hurrying through it. And that's
Nothing
how I
wrong with that
enjoy
at
the
all.
cigars the best is when I can sit there and enjoy it and take my time through it.
So yeah. Tony, how's yours?
Good.
Would you smoke another one?
Oh, I would definitely smoke another one of these.
It's a good cigar.
Mark that on the calendar.
not
Hey,
cute.
we're expanding Tony's cigar palette.
Yeah.
Well, even mine, because there's so many. Hell,
There's so much out there because when I first got back into cigars, like I said, I didn't have a cigar for probably 10 or 11 years, and except for my bachelor party, I had one that I had my bachelor party.
Which, let's face it, we were
But
all pretty well blitzed out of
Yeah.
our
And
minds,
I
and we
couldn't
did not
roast it
enjoy
and
those
toast it.
cigars.
I couldn't tell you a good cigar, even then, even back when I was. I'm more into them now than I ever have been.
Right.
When I had them, when I was doing them 10 years ago, I was like 2 a week, and I did them with buddies, But I bought the cheap shit. I didn't care what.
Right.
I didn't care. It's like, oh, it's just a cigar. I'm gonna puff on it, enjoy it.
but now
But now, if you give me one of them cheapo bullshit ones
you'll-
now, throw it in the fucking garbage. I'm not gonna enjoy it.
Well, now you've gotten into cigars, you've figured them out, you're doing it for the enjoyment,
Yeah.
and you're finding out what.
I found out what I like and what I don't like.
Right.
You know.
But you're finding out like what we all learn with the different vices that we get into, whether it's cigars or whiskey, bourbon. Look, there's 300 freaking bourbon out there that
Yeah.
you can pick on any given day.
Yeah.
And to some degree, they're all going to taste similar, but they're
Yeah.
all going to be different. You're going to figure out, I don't really like this one, but I really do like,
Yeah.
They got their own
you
personality.
know, this one's a little more vanilla or whatever.
Sure. And they got their own.
You know,
flavor notes in it. Like a cigar's got
or
its own
even-
flavor notes.
you know, I understand you're drinking coffee because you have to work today, but coffee, you can do the same damn thing.
Oh yeah, you
There's
can
a
just
million
make-
I picked up 2 coffees yesterday. I only needed to buy one, but I was like, I want to try both of them.
Yeah.
So I got 2 packs of coffee, and it's like, you can get into the different nuances if you
Sure.
really take the time to try.
Yeah. and
Yeah,
it's-
walk down any coffee aisle in your local grocery store.
Right.
Like when I first got back, like I said, when I first got back into cigars, I stuck pretty much one brand. You know, I pretty much was an Alec Bradley
Yeah.
cigar guy, and I still am to an extent. But
You,
I've broadened my scope a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'm trying Perdermo, I'm trying Nub, I'm trying Oliva. You know, I'm trying all these different ones now. I'm going, oh, that's really good. I like that. I'm going to add that to my.
Right.
You know, the Macanudos we had last show. I like those. I'll buy Macanudos again. I mean,
Or,
absolutely.
you know, I mean, even down to like, you know, Jake over here crunching pretzels in my ear.
Yeah.
Like, pretzels are good,
Dude,
but then,
it's so good
like,
with the cigar.
I'll give you an example.
but like, you can
No.
try different things
Like,
and really start to find the things that you like
Yeah.
about them.
Pretzels?
And you know, it's like
No, Craven.
a week or so
Try to
ago,
eat
I
their
bought an
happy.
Asylum 13 Maduro.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the peanut
Initial
butter.
light up, I didn't like
So
it.
good.
Initial light up, I was like, oh, that's like different, you know. But I'm like, well, I'm committed. I'm gonna smoke it through because I had a really good burn, a really good draw, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna get through it. Once I got through the first third, the flavor kind of,
changed.
for me, it mellowed just slightly,
Oh, okay.
and I really enjoyed it. I'm like, wow, okay, because I just wasn't used to that
Right.
blend.
Yeah.
Right.
And once I got used to the flavor, I'm like, well, I really do like that one. So I mean, I was like, I'll buy it again, just to, you know, see if I have the same experience
Right.
where I have it on light up or it. Because there's some cigars you'll get it light up and you go, holy shit, wow, that's amazing, and then you get into it and you're like, ooh, that's not as good as it once
Yeah.
was, or vice versa. Like
And
you
there's,
said,
there's other
it
ones
starts
that,
out rough and he goes, ooh, that's gotten better, you know.
you know, and then as you get into these things, you start figuring out what you like and what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also kind of fun when you start realizing that what I'm finding, all the YouTube experts or, you know, reviewers out there are saying the same things. There's a cigar called Black Abyss. I knew nothing about it. I honestly just kind of like the name.
Yeah.
So I bought one. I smoked the whole thing, but from start to finish, it was just bleh.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
And after smoking it, like I wrote my little review in my phone. That's what I was just looking
Yeah.
up if you saw me. But after reviewing it in my phone, I looked it up, and everybody said the same thing. Like, this is just a terrible stick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, one guy, he kind of compared it. He goes, it's kind of like dry humping your grandma.
Oh,
I mean, it was like,
My gosh.
it was such a bad cigar.
yeah.
But it's kind of nice when you realize, hey, I'm getting the same thing that the experts are getting.
The seasoned cigars.
The
you know,
seasoned
yeah.
people are getting.
And, you know, it's funny, I can sit and talk to a few friends at the cigar lounge who I'll have one of these and they'll tell me, God, that thing's disgusting. Why do you like it? I'm like, well, it's just something I like, you know? And then you'll get another guy right now. He's, oh, I smoked it all the time. It's a great cigar. Everyone's palate's different.
And that's the other end of it is everybody's different.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I see in the whiskey world that drives me nuts, and I get it, there's a rating where the rating is basically it's good for the cost or
Yeah.
good for the money.
Right.
Drives me up the fucking wall.
Yeah.
Because it's
I
either
think-
good
and
or it's
and
not.
You see that in cigars, too.
But you see it on cigars too. But everybody's different. Just because you regularly buy $80 bottles of whiskey and that's your love
Doesn't mean you're going to love it.
doesn't mean that my $20 bottle
Yeah.
It's going to be any worse.
is going to be any worse. It means that that's what I like. And I think I hate when people say it's good for the money is because you're almost downplaying anybody that does like that one.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
You know?
And you kind of, you know, some people are going to be like, you know, because not everybody has the same
Palette.
palate, same budget.
Right.
You know, I mean, there's like that old tub you bought And you said, I love that. You gave me a little bit of that.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It's,
And then,
I mean,
from that to like the Cincinnati that I brought.
Couldn't stand it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and so I mean, I finished it. And
Once
it
it's,
well, okay, the old tub, it's good.
yeah.
It's got a kind of unique flavor to it, a little hint of a. I'm not drinking it right now, but it's like a weird sweetness that's not overpowering. It's good.
Yeah. So it's nice.
It's about $20.
Yeah.
That Redemption Rye
Yeah.
is about $20.
Yeah.
But it's good.
I will take that Redemption all day long, but if I walk in a store and they have Old Tub,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be ashamed to buy it. It's a good
No.
whiskey.
And it's like, we could talk about Woodford Reserve, for example, okay? I love the Double Oaked. And I will gladly pay the $55 a bottle for it.
Absolutely.
Because it's worth it to
It's
you.
worth it to
it's
me.
worth it.
Because it's something I'm going to really enjoy. I'm going to savor it. Now you give me regular Woodford. I like it, but I don't love it like the Double
Right.
Oaked.
It's
I
good,
like
but
that.
it's totally different.
It's a completely different flavor profile for me.
So I think the regular Woodford is like right around 30,
Yep.
and I'm good with that price point for that bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, if it got up around $55,
I wouldn't buy
not worth it. I'm not spending $55 on that.
Yeah.
The Double Oaked all day long.
All day long. I will gladly.
If that
put
made
out
it up to
$55.
$70, I'd probably still
I'd still get one.
Yeah.
I
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
buy
get
as
it.
many. But
Right. It just might happen less often, and
Yeah.
I might drink it a little
Yeah, and
slower.
like I said, I'm gonna buy another bottle of Double Oaked here soon. I've already bought, like I said, I've bought like 5 bottles.
And
in
you
the last
got
2
me
months.
hooked on that now because
That shit's Chris got me hooked
Yeah.
on it, and he
Yeah.
goes, my children. Just-
it's crazy how a double oak to just a regular like the difference, how much smoother
it's
how much
for me. I like that. I like that sweetness in it,
yeah.
and that's what I look for. Is I like that little.
Well,
hint of
there's
sweetness.
other Double Oak. There's ones that I haven't tried. Like in my flask, I brought the Old Forester, the 100 proof. But I think it's either the 1910 or the 1920 is technically a Double Oaked. I've never tried it, but it could be a completely different profile than the Woodford.
Sure.
You know, and that's part of the fun of this.
Yeah.
You could have 3 different Maduros, and they all taste
They're-
completely
And
different.
they're all different. And,
And one of them, you're going, oh god.
somebody that doesn't understand, outside looking in, okay. Oh, it's all tobacco. It's all rolled leaves. It's all gonna be the same. No,
No.
because
No.
what's different? You might have 2 different cigar companies, 2 different blenders of cigars, use the same leaf, but their fermenting process is different.
Right.
The way they cure it, just their process changes the dynamic of the tobacco leaves. It's their signature way they blend, signature way they ferment, versus this other company will ferment completely different. And you know what? Could be the same exact leaves, same leaves all the way through. But then you got the plantation where they plant.
Well, I was just gonna say, same thing with
you get different notes in the coffee. Like you get the coffee notes from like Honduran versus Nicaraguan tobaccos. Is it all tobacco? Yeah, but the way they grow it, where they do it, how the process is what changes it.
same thing with bourbon. You could have 2 bourbons, exact same mash bill, but this one uses Ohio corn, this one uses California corn.
Right.
And that simple difference could make it completely different.
Oh, absolutely.
They both used new charred oak barrels, but this one was a white oak. This one was a
Well,
Japanese oak. I mean,
I'll give you
any little thing can
I'll
make
give you
us.
a very very different example, and it's beer, for example.
Yeah,
Miller High Life and MGD are the same beer,
yeah,
except the cold filtering process is different
Yep.
on the MGD. It's the same recipe, but it comes down to when they filter it.
right.
And that's what changes the flavor of MGD versus Miller High Life.
Or even, we're on the lookout for a bottle of Buffalo Trace. I know, everyone says it's overhyped, but I've never had it. I want it.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for a bottle. Benchmark
Yeah.
is made by the same distillery. It is Buffalo Trace.
Just doesn't have the name.
It just is aged, I think, 2 years instead of 4.
Right, and it's a different.
And it's a totally different profile. It is the exact same whiskey. The whiskey barrels they pull benchmark from, age them 2 more years, you've got Buffalo Trace. You know, like, there's so many different variations that go into whiskey, coffee, soda, cigars,
everything.
Everything.
And it's all in the process.
And you can rabbit hole in this shit all day long.
I want to throw this out there. Anyone listening outside of Ohio, if you have Buffalo Trace, we'll pay you for a bottle or 2.
Yeah.
Because
know
we
where
can't
to
find
grab
it
it.
anywhere.
Ben will actually drive down and get it from you.
Well,
But hey, you know, if you wanna get a bottle
Donation.
to
I
us,
think donation.
We gladly accept donations.
do it legally.
We'll link the address in the bio.
Or if you're not gonna get it to us legally,
I mean,
don't get you or us caught.
But if there's Buffalo Trace anywhere outside of Ohio, well,
It's funny. There's certain areas of the country you can go and find it readily available,
Oh yeah.
and then you come here and you can't find it. I mean, we talked about this before.
with
Like,
the peach crown.
with how the Crown Peach used to be. You know, now it's readily available here in Ohio.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I had to call a buddy out of state to get it.
But
Now it's like
Buffalo Trace, like, because it's so allocated, we get it like here in our area maybe twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
And why is that?
because the way that it's all depends on how much is made.
We're gonna have to
allocation.
get into the allocation situation in another
Different shit.
episode.
Okay.
But
States will allocate so much
Okay.
for state liquor agencies,
Right.
you
and
can only
your
sell-
your store might only get 4 bottles twice a year.
Yep.
And when they show up, guess what? There's a freaking line around the building hoping
And
to
then-
get those 4 bottles.
and then
so,
then they're mandated to sell more to the bars than the general public,
right.
Yep.
Because that's how they get it in people's.
Right.
That's how people try the stuff. You got to get it. If you get it at the bar first, people love it. Then they'll make it more available to the general public to get it and have it at home.
Which brings up, when it comes to whiskey, that is one thing a little bit over cigars, okay? You can a lot of times go to a bar, and if there's a bottle of something you've been wanting to try, but you haven't had the guts to, spend that money,
Yeah.
or you can't find it, go to the bars and try it.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, it gets overpriced, but I will gladly pay $10
Yeah.
for 2 fingers of whiskey
Yeah.
to find out, okay, yes, it's good, and I should save the money and try to find one.
Yeah.
Or
Or hey, this is
It's
terrible.
terrible.
I'm not buying it.
take that one off my list, and
Yeah.
it only cost me $10 instead of 20, 30, 40, 50, 80, 100.
Right. Whatever you're gonna spend on.
Sometimes $20 for 2 fingers. It's still less than buying a bottle you find out later you don't like.
Yeah.
So if you can find it, look, everybody's budget is different. Do what you got to do. But if you can afford to pay for that glass of whiskey in the bar, give it a shot.
Yeah.
Because you either walk away knowing that you should try to find it,
Oh, absolutely.
or you walk away going, nope, take that off my list, not worth my time.
That is a good point. And
Cigars, you can't really do. You
No.
can't take 2 puffs
You
and
can't.
go,
Okay,
eh.
you have it back. I'll have another
Yeah.
one. You know,
But
But cigars, in most
you're
cases,
committed. You know, when you get
you
a
might
cigar,
be
you're
paying
committed.
$12.
Yeah.
If you hate it, you just don't buy another stick.
Exactly.
I'll be honest, I've never heard of Redemption until
Lounge
2 Sundays ago.
Yeah.
Last Sunday
last Sunday.
when we went to the lounge and Chris
Chris.
was like, "Hey, I'm
Would you
gonna
like some
pour you a
Redemption?" Yeah.
drink." So I was like, "What is this?" And he's like, "Redemption
Redemption
Rye."
Rye.
And I was like, "Ooh." And after I left, I went and bought a bottle.
He was like, ooh, I don't know what that is, but I want to try it.
But after having a sip,
That's how I've tried a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Because people like, hey, would you like a little bit? Sure.
sure.
Oh my God, I love that.
And then
And I'll go. It's just like the monkey shoulder.
yeah,
Never heard of monkey shoulder until
Right.
a month ago. I keep
Try
a
it.
bottle at home.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it's not my go-to beverage
right.
because I've had, but it's something I go.
It's
"Ah,
something to
I'll
hold.
have it. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
if
something
if
to add to the collection.
And
Absolutely.
it's something that I will, if it's, hey, yeah, I'll have some with it. You know, it's just one of them things. You find things by you try it, you love it, you hate it, and that's one thing I found with like a lot of whiskeys and bourbons and whatever. Either you love it or you hate it, and
Well,
there's very little in between in some cases. I mean, sometimes you go, okay, that's okay, I might have another one, but
Yeah.
but it's usually for me it's a love hate because it's like I love, like I said, I love the double oak Woodford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You give me the regular Woodford, will I have it? I might have one.
If
I
you
have-
go
But
to
I
if you
don't
go to
love
somebody's house and that's what they have,
I'll
you're not
drink it.
going to say no.
But I'm not gonna go and buy another bottle of the regular Woodford.
Right.
It's not my cup of tea.
And I honestly,
Excuse the pun, but I mean it's not my thing.
and I honestly I've experienced more of cigars and bourbons and whiskeys in the past
Couple
3-4 months
Yeah.
than I have ever.
Yeah.
Just because of going to the lounge
And meeting with all these
and
great
meeting
people.
all these people
Yeah, and they
that have palates that already know what's going on.
you know,
So I
and
mean,
they share that with you, and then they share the knowledge with you, and you go, "Oh wow, what have I been missing out
right.
on all these years?"
And that's
you know?
what I
Right.
appreciate.
You
about
just
the
can't be
lounge.
afraid to look at somebody and go, "Hey, I know you like that, but that one's not for me."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Jake, Tony, you guys got anything to add? I know we're
No, almost time to wrap it up. I know everybody's pretty much done, and
pretty much
been a good episode. And
has been a good episode. I'll tell you what, I'm going to throw out one more tip, and we'll end on that note.
Okay.
So the other tip is whether it's cigars, whiskey, local coffee shop,
Yeah.
the people working the counter, take their advice.
Yep.
When they recommend a stick, give it a shot.
Yeah.
It's not always because they're trying to make money off of you. They're a lot of times they're actually, hey Earl,
Yeah.
I know you like Maduros here.
Yeah.
I got
And
this
I've
in
had-
today.
I've
I
had
think
that up
this
the
will
road,
happen.
You know, a couple of guys there, Lou, gave me that El Baton to try, which I consider. So here you gotta have an El Baton.
And I tried.
Great stick.
It is a very.
I would have never had
Same
it
thing with the
otherwise.
old tub.
Yeah.
I was just talking to the guy, and it was one of those days where everybody's walking in. You could tell they just got a truck, and everybody's, hey, you get anything special today? And I just made up my mind. I was like, I'm not going to be that guy. So I'm just looking around. Dude walks up. What are you looking for? I'm like, well, I'm looking for the same thing everyone is. I
Yeah.
said, but today I'm looking at this or this. And we just started a conversation. And
Yep.
he was like, you know what I tried recently? And he gets the old tub.
Yeah.
And let's face it, if he was trying to make money off me, he could have recommended an $80 bottle.
Yeah.
He recommended a $20
Because
bottle.
it's something that he likes, and he's gonna pay. Hey, you might like this too.
Right.
And
And I found a whiskey that I do enjoy,
yeah,
but I'm also building that relationship so
Sure.
that when something special does come in,
they might think
he
they're gonna
might
think
go,
of
hey,
you.
Mike,
They're gonna think of you.
check this out.
Yeah.
Or, hey, Ben, got this cigar in. Come
Yeah.
check this one out. So your liquor stores, your coffee shops, your cigar shops, don't be afraid to get to know people and talk to people.
Connections.
Because you're going to get
Well-
those connections. It's going to benefit you.
The one thing I found too, and I want to kind of also add to this with the difference between going to a bar and a cigar lounge. Okay, what's great about going to cigar lounges, the community with cigars is so welcoming.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah.
could have redneck Joe over here, right? Sitting there, puffing out a cigar.
And he fits right in with,
Fits it right in with
Businessman Bill over here.
yeah, who is multi-millionaire, all in a nice suit, and then you're sitting there having a conversation about the world, and
Yeah.
you're on the same level, and you could solve the world's problems and just
Yep.
BS, and you're two totally different walks of life.
But
You
you
go
go
to
to
the-
common denominator right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But you go to the bar, and I've gone to many bars over the years. You go to the bar, you got guys all sitting around, nobody's talking.
Nobody's
No.
talking.
No
No,
one
no.
talks to each other. It's just they're all drinking their beer, watching the game.
Bullshit
Cigar
with
lounges.
their buddies.
Everybody, like everyone's got their buddies, but everyone gets in on the conversations, and there's a common denominator. Everyone, you got that sense of belonging, that sense of camaraderie. That's just you don't get in any other thing I've ever seen.
No.
And it's
Not
like,
when it comes to the kind of stuff that we enjoy anyway.
and it's
So.
just like it's just something I've noticed, and it's something.
I enjoy it.
I have
And
enjoyed.
It's welcoming.
What I enjoy. I enjoy having the conversations.
Yep.
You know, and I go. You know, you go and have a few drinks. Everyone's sharing their alcohol. You try some new things. Hey, have you had this cigar? What are you smoking today? And then everyone just starts, and you make friendships that way.
Yep.
The friendships you wouldn't have otherwise because everyone's very welcoming. You know, and I've seen that, and I hear stories, and it's not just our local cigar place. It happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Everywhere you go,
Right.
that you meet these new friends. It's like, oh, I made a new friend with this guy here. I would never talk to this guy otherwise.
Right.
And he said, if me and him were sitting at a bar a month prior to that,
Not 2 words.
not 2 words to each other. Cigar lounge, everyone's got that.
It's crazy.
It's amazing how a rolled stick of tobacco
We'll
brings you
people-
all together.
Bring people
And
together.
get you a network.
And
Yeah.
and it networks people that you would never ever talk to, and you make friendships that you would never have otherwise. And I that's
Absolutely.
one thing I think I love about cigars more
Yes.
than anything is the friendships I've made over the last few months since I've gotten back into them.
I would love sometime in the next year, whenever, to take a show trip to just a couple lounges just outside of our area. Just we all walk in and just get a couple of cigars and just see
what things are about.
See what things are about. Well, maybe we can make that happen.
you know, that would be enjoyable. Just something, you know.
On that note,
the regulars.
like I said, take the advice of the people that work there. They're not trying to steer you wrong.
Not at all. They're helping.
Don't be afraid to open up and get to know people. And don't be a damn snob.
Nope.
Other than that, enjoy the shit the way we do. I'm Mike, Earl, Ben, Tony, Jake. This has been Vices. We'll see you next time.
See you.